You are live.
Okay.
Late, but here.
Better late than never.
Serious technical difficulties.
Yes, it's never easy.
Yeah.
It's always something. It's
And hair difficulties.
yeah, that's also a technical difficulty. So let's just wait for some of our friends to come on and join us. Today we're going to be working on making some Hawaiian Butter Mochi. I'm here with my assistant, Miss Anna, and we're going to put this together for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we want to start out with, do we have enough people here yet? We want to. And it's got a one-of-a-kind dress on. So first and foremost, we want to protect the dress.
I'll scoot back for you.
Okay, do not fall. Please
Okay.
do not fall.
I will not fall.
Okay.
This is a very high chair, so.
All right.
Because we're at the kitchen counter, so it's very high. So, what
Are
should
you
we
ready? Are you excited? We're going to be making
Yeah.
some dessert.
Yeah.
So if you guys have gotten it, you wanted to join along with us, then now's the time to get out your ingredients.
We'll go through the ingredients first, real quick, after he's done tying my apron.
Real quick, let's go through these ingredients. What do we need here?
So what's the first ingredient?
We are going to need, hold on here.
We need a
Got
tray.
it. The main ingredient that might be a little difficult for people to find if you don't have access to like an Asian market, or if you have like maybe your international food section, you're going to need mochiko, which is sweet rice flour. Now that's not the regular rice flour, it's the sweetened rice flour. It's really glutinous. So this is the brand that I use and my mom uses. But there's any number of varieties. Just be sure to get this type. All right, next, then you're going to use this entire 16-ounce container box.
That's almost as tall as my drink.
Yep. And then you're going to need baking powder. You're going to need 1 teaspoon.
Baking
1
powder.
teaspoon baking powder. You're going to need. Okay, this is not something that I would normally endorse or do, but we're following this. Do I have to give credit to the people that did this recipe?
We posted their link to the recipe on the description, so that is giving them credit.
Cool. All right, there you go. This is just your standard granulated sugar. You're going to need 2 cups. That's a lot, but I'm sure you could probably use substitutes as well. However, we're sticking to this recipe pretty much. Then you're going to need 4 large eggs, room temperature preferably, and 2 cups of whole milk.
Something else we never buy.
Yeah, something else we never.
Hand it to me.
And then another thing here is 1 can.
Rolling eggs. Don't you roll away eggs.
1 can of coconut milk.
Ooh.
Yes, it's very, very rich stuff. And then to end off here, we're going to use, let's see,
Vanilla extract.
vanilla extract, 2 teaspoons. And then, of course, you've got, this recipe is asking for 3/4 cups of butter, but I have reduced it to a half, so it's not as heavy, makes it a little bit lighter, and also it is 1 stick, so that makes things easy for you. All right. Also, you probably are going to want a mixer. I don't have that, so we're just going to do it by hand here.
And we need a tray to put all the stuff
Yes,
on.
you're gonna need a 9x13. Let's move this stuff out of your way, Anna.
Yeah.
A 9x13
Tray.
baking tray pan, and we're gonna start off by buttering this, and we need some parchment paper. I need to get that there.
I'll put it on. I'll
Yes.
put that on for you.
Yes, you will. Parchment paper. So first, I've got.
Just parchment.
Leona says definitely not diet food or diabetic either.
No, it is not. All right, so we've got over there. So we're gonna butter this up first. Can you do this? Would you like to try
No,
this?
because it
Messy.
requires a knife.
Well, it's
too.
room temperature. You can just. It's just kind of.
You get it all over her cast.
Oh yeah,
That's not a good idea.
That's not a good idea. Okay. This guy here.
Rub it all.
Yeah, can butter this up. This is actually non-stick, but hey, why not? Probably makes it taste better anyway.
We got some people that are just coming in. They want to know what you guys are making.
I'll tell.
Yes.
We are making something called Hawaiian Butter Mochi. So right now he's buttering up the tray. These are our ingredients. If you want to tell them again what they are real quick.
We've got coconut milk. We've got rice flour, sweet rice flour. Okay. You'll have to go back and watch it. We gotta keep this show going.
Flour.
All right.
Basically anything you need to make Hawaiian butter mochi.
Mary says, "What about the mixer Nana got you?"
Well, I'm not at home, so that's an issue.
Yeah.
Remember, Mary, we're not home right now,
Yeah.
so we didn't bring a mixer.
We're on vacation for like a week or two.
We are not on vacation at
Well.
all.
It's kind of like vacation.
Maybe to you it feels like a vacation.
We are here for Anna's medical and my medical treatments.
Hey, look. It's pretty much buttered up already.
Just put it up.
Seriously buttered up.
Yeah.
And then,
Doreen says, "Anna, did you finish watching The Mask?
Yes.
What'd you think about it?"
Yes. I liked it. That's what I thought about it. I liked it.
do you think it was funny?
Why did you like it? What did you like about it?
Well, because first it was like the guy who found the mask, he put it on first, and then the police officer put it on. Even I know the police officer would get the mask, but like I didn't know he would put it on. It was funny. It was funny when the police officer put it on. Whoa.
No. Why do you butter it up with parchment paper over it?
That's what they said. Butter and parchment paper. Oh, I put butter on the inside too. Here, I'm gonna push this down.
Can you help me like hold both things to hold it still? Move it. Okay.
And then, so we're just
Moving down.
smoothing that down. I
all
gotta get
done.
where's that butter I just had. Okay. So we're just gonna set this all up here.
Let's see. What else? What next?
I need that. Thank you.
So why do you have to butter it?
Well, you don't want it to stick.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it doesn't make any sense.
Okay, well, I don't know. So that's how this is gonna go.
Anybody know why you would put butter?
It said use
underneath
parchment
the
and butter.
parchment?
I'm not
paper?
I don't
done
know.
with my sentence. I'm not done with my sentence yet. Why would you butter it on the inside, then put parchment
That's what
paper,
we're
then
asking.
butter
I don't
it
know. I
again?
have no idea. So don't
I'm
mind
asking if
me.
anybody online knows if there's a reason for that.
It just said use butter and parchment
Oh, I think I know
to
why.
butter it up.
I think you put it on the outside so the parchment paper can like stay in one spot, and then you just put the parchment paper, then you butter it again just so it doesn't stick to the parchment paper.
I don't know. This is the least important part of the recipe. All we want to do is make sure this doesn't stick. That's the main thing. So, let's.
You know,
Linda
paper
says he's
towel.
just following directions.
Yeah, that's all he's doing.
All
The
right.
recipe is linked in the description of the video, so if you guys want to check it out, it's up there in the description.
Okay, and want to preheat the oven to 350. So-
It just said 350 before the time changed.
350. Cool, huh?
Yeah.
It could be because, is it liquid when you put it together?
Yeah, it's liquid.
So if it's liquid, it might seep through the parchment paper some.
Oh.
Maybe that's why it has to be buttered on both sides. It's like Daddy said, you don't want it to stick.
And one thing you don't is you want to make sure that it's over because it is liquid, so you don't want it to pour over onto the other side there. So you want to make sure that it's past the rim here.
Well, and if you need the parchment paper to lift it out,
Yeah.
then that would make sense because you don't want the parchment paper to stick to the pan.
Oh.
Right.
Mhm.
And then
What ingredients next?
now what I do is I'm going to get the bowls here that we need.
Yeah, Maggie says you butter the pan side for easy removal. Thank you, Maggie.
Yeah.
That's what we were trying to figure out. We don't bake very often, so we don't know these things.
I see the tiny bowl.
Okay. This is the big bowl. And I'm gonna have you measure Anna. Or all the
me?
measuring things I need.
No, we can't.
Now, how about let's move this tray out of the way right now, and then you can put that.
Well, I'm gonna show that I can show.
Anything you're not using, move it off to the side so they can see what's going on.
So this we are using. I'll just put it up here so.
Okay.
Or how about we put it out of the way just for now for the second so they can see me measuring.
Okay, first.
1 tablespoon of that. Okay.
Hold on.
Pete says measure. What is this measure you speak of?
Well, when we're baking, we want to stick to the recipe because you could get something that's like too wet or too dry, and you want to
1 tablespoon.
baking is not as forgiving as just regular cooking. So you want to pour this in? You want help? I can help you.
Can't pour it in
Okay.
because this is a really tall bowl.
Well,
So. Or yeah, if you could just stand up here and I'll kind of tilt it. And
here I'll just pour it in here.
So we're using a whole box
Full box.
of what is it again?
It's called mochiko. It is a sweet rice flour. It has to be sweet rice flour if you're going to be making this, not just regular rice flour.
Okay.
And
what's
one
that?
box of that is 16 ounces.
And then this is, please do not blow.
Blow
the powder
This is the
everywhere.
one time, please do not blow. All right. All right, 1 teaspoon.
I'll have you scoop that because
Okay.
it's tiny.
All right, let me put this down so you can.
Just hand it to me. I'll have to put it in for you. Can you help me twist it?
Tap it.
Tap on the back. Ah!
All right, cool. All right.
What's next?
I need a fork over there. Can you grab that for me, please? All right. Gonna mix this. Just want to make sure to sift it and make sure that it doesn't get any.
That makes sense. Look at that.
So we're just mixing the dry ingredients together.
Yeah, and they're asking to put the sugar in, but what I'm gonna do, because I don't have a mixer, I'm gonna melt the butter in the microwave, and then I'm gonna add the sugar to that and mix that up, so that we don't have like clumping. So that's how I'm gonna do it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So what are you doing again? So you have to add. Normally, you would add sugar at this point,
Into here, yeah.
and then you would put in softened butter and mix it with like a hand mixer or a stand mixer. But we don't have either of those.
Right. So I'm trying to make it so we can not have clumping.
So you're trying to make the sugar smooth. So you're gonna do what again?
I'm gonna microwave the stick of butter. And then I'm going to add it into a bowl
of sugar.
Because there's like 2 cups of sugar.
And then it'll melt the sugar.
Yeah, and then make it kind of a paste, I guess, and then we'll mix it in. Yeah.
Good. I think that's a great way to handle that situation with no mixer.
Yeah.
I just brought it over to you because I thought I could help with that.
Joanne says, "Good thinking, Aaron."
All right.
You can put the lid on now.
So this is a microwave safe bowl. I made sure it said microwave safe, so we're not gonna have any problems.
So you're doing a whole stick?
Yeah, I'm gonna put in a half. It's a half a cup.
It's 1/3 cup.
No, half a cup is up here.
Oh.
Yeah, 1 stick, half a cup.
Okay.
All right, so put that in for 40 seconds or so, 40 seconds.
My ear itches.
Uh-oh. Why?
I don't know.
You got a bug in it?
That's not good.
All right, and then
Sometimes
you're
it
gonna
feels
measure
like
2
that.
cups of sugar.
Yes.
Sometimes it feels like I have a bug in my ear, but that's actually just my hair tickling my ear.
All right.
I'll help you with that
Okay.
if you want to.
Yes.
So 1 cup of that?
Well, we're gonna
The
2
first
cups.
one? Okay, I'll help you.
All right.
So you can measure it out.
Just
do it.
Just do it.
Just pour it into the cup. Measure.
Did you put a paper towel on it? Splattering melted butter. Is that done?
Yeah, that's good.
Oh no. It's everywhere.
I'll clean it.
I got it.
There's
That's
1.
Pour it in there.
It's liquefied.
Now number 2.
So 2
Okay.
cups of sugar. There's a lot of sugar there. Again, I do not recommend if you're trying to be healthy. Right.
Okay, that's it.
Okay,
All right, 2
let me
cups of sugar.
grab
and
that.
then
We'll add that
melted
in.
butter.
And I need a spoon.
This one?
Yeah, that should work here.
Nice. So you just poured the butter in the sugar bowl.
All right.
And mix it up. Look at that mix.
Butter and sugar. Yum.
1 cup.
2 cups.
Very much says 1 cup. This is 1 cup. This is 2 cups. Whoa. Show them that.
You all done with this? Or you gonna use that to blend
Yeah, no.
some stuff on your way? You're all done with this, right?
right?
Yes, thank you.
Looks so cool.
Smells good.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay.
Smells kind of like popcorn.
So this is, if you have a mixer, you don't need to do this. But since I don't, I gotta think about being ahead of stuff. All right.
What next?
Next, I need.
Susan says, can monk fruit be used rather than sugar?
I think
We
so.
don't know the answer to that. We can't answer that.
I mean, I don't-
because we've never done this before.
Right.
Okay.
That's why I didn't want it to be a disaster the first time out.
Yeah, that's why we didn't try to use a substitute because we weren't sure.
But I mean, I would definitely look into that. I myself probably will look into that because I like this and I do have pre-diabetes, so I need to probably find an alternative later on.
Ooh. One more cute little yolk.
I think I got a. Yeah, of course, the only time I get the shell in here is right now.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
Yeah, that's right, Peggy. Monk
You're
fruit
copying
measures
the
1-to-1. So if you do try it with monk fruit, you're going to want to use exactly the same amount of monk fruit as you would sugar. So exactly what the recipe calls for.
He's bopping the yolks. He gets off the
I
shell.
got a shell here. Oops. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, just some shells in there. Of course, there's always going to be a shell somewhere in there.
Trisha says use the shell to get the shell.
Oh, there you go. Smart.
Use the shell to get the shell. That's funny.
Maggie says a little crunch never hurt anyone, Aaron.
All right. Well, there you go. Okay, now I gotta mix this up.
Lick it. Look at that. Just move that stuff out of the way. We don't need it.
So I'm not really whipping this up. I'm just stirring it up again because I want to have everything ready to go when I start putting this all together. I want to get everything together without causing any lumps since I don't have a mixer.
Trisha says the shell attracts the shell to itself. I didn't know that.
Oh,
That's really interesting.
they try to find each other.
They're like, hey, come here.
All right.
I want you.
Okay, so this is actually, once you get everything together, it's pretty easy. It's mostly just about mixing stuff together. So first,
Let's review what you have so far real quick for anybody who came in late.
Yeah.
So we're making what again?
what are we making, Anna?
We are making Hawaiian Butter Mochi.
And the first thing you did was what?
First thing we did, grab that for me. Yeah, we did this. And we buttered down each side of the,
Buttered the pan.
buttered the pan, put the
Right.
parchment, buttered it again.
And then you did what next?
We did the grape.
What was next after buttering the pan?
We did the,
We added the we took the rice flour and you mixed it with the baking,
baking
Powder.
yep.
mixed that up.
So you got your dry ingredients. And then what
sifted
was
that.
next after that?
After that, he melted butter, and then we put sugar, and then we mixed it all together.
So you got your wet ingredients.
Yeah, so a stick of butter and 2 cups of sugar. Mix this up. And then I just mixed some eggs, 4 eggs.
All right.
So now we are going to add the eggs. Oh, and
Milk.
Milk?
it's right there. Oh, yeah,
How much milk?
pretty much the whole thing. Just the
Okay.
whole thing, because half of it.
All right. So eggs and milk go into the dry mixture.
So first, I'm gonna mix this.
Is that right?
Yep.
Did you find a whisk around here?
Yeah, there's one right there.
Oh. Do you need that?
Oh,
Here you.
see, that's kind of soft. I don't.
Oh, it's too soft. Yeah, you need like one of those metal whisks.
ones would be ideal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could use that whisk.
Well, a floor will work just fine.
Sorry, vanilla extract.
Okay, I'm gonna move this, and I'm gonna move all of this out of the way because we need to see what's
Thank
going
you.
on here.
Thank you for saving the vanilla extract.
Yeah, when does the vanilla extract go?
That's the last.
Thing. Is it Manja? Manja says, looks like you're making butter cake, as we call it in the Netherlands.
No,
Must be similar ingredients to butter cake.
it's I think it's manya.
Manya?
Does it smell like popcorn?
Manja. Sorry if I mispronounced
it's-
your name. I apologize.
Can I have a drink, please, real quick?
It is a J, so you're probably right. It's probably Manja. Butter cake from the Netherlands. That sounds delicious. So look it up.
So again,
This
I don't
is
have a
like
mixer,
popcorn.
so we're mixing this by hand, and that's why I'm doing it kind of slowly because I don't want to have big clumps when this is all finished. I want to have big dry patches of flour.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah, Manja. She says you got it right. Erin is really good with pronunciation.
That part of the world, I think they pronounce their J's sort of like that. So.
Doesn't that smell like popcorn, kind of?
Sorta. Well, I mean, there's. What is this? This is egg. It does smell good though.
Yeah.
So again, just trying to break this off. It's still kind of clumpy here. Just want to show you guys. Sorry if you can't see me.
A little bit.
Getting a little bit smaller before I start adding everything else in.
Mm-hmm.
Gives your forearms a nice workout too.
You're gonna be sore tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're like, babe, I don't know why my arms hurt so much.
They look like Popeye arms though. So.
Look at that.
I think we're almost there. Make sure that I get all this mixed in thoroughly.
So now basically, I think the eggs are getting more dry because they're adding in with the dry stuff.
Right. So the next is we want to add the milk. So milk is 2 cups, I think. Yeah, but I have a half of this, so this is basically
That's exactly
safe.
2
Yeah,
cups.
safe gas that we're adding into.
Okay. So after you add in the milk, then we're gonna. What's next? And form that.
Let's get the
nice
milk
glue.
stirred
Yeah.
in, and then we'll move on to next
Yeah.
step.
Again, because I'm trying to make it so that this doesn't clump up.
Whoa.
Susan says mixers are definitely good to have, or an errand. Beverly says, I bet you missed that R2D2 mixer at home, Erin.
Yes, I do. This would be an ideal time for the R2D2 mixer.
We knew we were gonna do like a cooking live or 2, but we didn't know we were gonna do baking.
And then we ended up with a bunch of eggs.
Right, and then we were like, we should do baking. But yeah, we didn't think to bring our hand mixer, which we normally
Yeah.
have with us if we're gone for any extended period of time. It's funny. It's funny how things work out.
Whoa.
Makes it more fun, right? For you guys.
Yeah, they didn't have mixers back in the day.
Yeah. All right, I think I'm going to add in
Coconut milk?
coconut milk now.
Alright.
Did you shake this?
I did not. Would you
Oh.
like me to stir it real quick?
Yeah, because it tends to clump.
Okay, sorry about that. I just took the lid off. I'll give it a good
Yeah,
gyration.
just make sure if there's any clumps.
Whoa. Mom does it really fast.
Yes, she does.
She is faster than you.
Yeah.
Mommy's an expert.
I am not an expert at baking. Baking is not my thing.
I know, but you're an expert on doing what you just did and mix that up.
I'm an expert at mixing coconut milk.
Yeah. Well, the fork is sinking in the
So
milk. It looks like the powder stuff we use, when we do the hand molds.
Oh yeah, the plaster.
Yeah.
Ew. Let's not equate the food we're about to eat to plaster.
I know, but it kind of looks like it, doesn't it?
Sort of.
It's kind of it's as white as the
Before it starts turning pink.
Michael says, "Use the force, Aaron, or pretend you're drawing a slinky."
All right. I think this is getting mixed.
Now what
we
do
could
we do?
use the whisk at this point, right? Because it's pretty wet. Just to
But I
make
got
sure.
this guy.
Oh, you got to mix that stuff in, right?
Oh. Aha. Plop it all.
And so now you're adding what?
So this is that mixture, that sugar and butter mixture that that I wanted to mix up beforehand.
This is fun watching him do this. Yeah.
It's interesting to see it come together, huh?
Yeah. Really.
I'm surprised at how much liquid, like how liquid. Here, I bring you guys over. Look at how much liquid. It's very liquidy. Like that looks like a lot to me. That's gonna bake into something.
Yep.
It's gonna bake into something delicious.
This is gonna be fun.
It's all mixed together on the sides.
Nice. That's interesting. It looks like a very, very.
Mary wants to know how much vanilla.
So the vanilla is 2 teaspoons, I think. Let me just verify that. Yep, 2 teaspoons. So
I'll help
yeah,
pour
what
it
is
in
it?
there
Yeah,
for you.
I think it's that.
This one?
No, the little.
Oh, the
is
little.
that it?
This one?
Oh no, maybe it's a little one.
I'm gonna
Can
come
I
in
see it
and
for you?
clean
No,
you
that's
up
a
real
half
quick.
a teaspoon. Yeah, I think this is this.
Yeah, that's 1 TSP. I'll pour it in for you. Pour it into that whole thing, and then you can pour it in there.
Smell it.
Smells good.
All right, how are we gonna
Put
do
it
this
in my
now?
hands. Just put it in my hands now.
Are you?
Boop, boop, boop. Or how about you pour it into there?
Yeah, let's let Daddy, because
I'll just hold
the height
teaspoon
and
for you.
everything.
Okay. I'll just hold the teaspoon. Very slow. Okay. Nice.
Angie says, Nana, I'm mad at you and Aaron. I'm obsessed with everything bagel seasoning now. Be mad at Anna. That's her fault.
Oh man, she's
the everything bagel seasoning connoisseur.
she's got a great love of everything bagel. All right.
Everything bagel, everything. All right, so is this the final? Is the
This is-
final stir down?
Yeah. Demonetized.
Well, those are not the right words to it.
Well, that's 2. All right. Okay, guys, let's just take a look at this before I throw it in there. Get everything out of the way.
Here, I will take that.
What do we do with the tray? We just pour it all into the tray.
All right, there's a look at it. It looks like cake batter, honestly.
It's
It
kinda
looks
thin.
like liquidy cake batter.
All right.
Okay,
Now,
I'll bring this over for you.
okay. for stuff. Thank you.
Cut it a little bit like this. So we don't.
Joanne says, I want Nana in my kitchen. You're like a human vacuum.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
can't help it. I tell them I clean as I go. I
Yes.
can't help it. I like to work in a clean space. Oh, look at that. That does look like a cake.
Oh yeah, it kind of does. And then
I
when
get
you bake it, oh, I want that.
Amy says, I told my husband I needed everything bagel seasoning because Anna said so.
I
Blocking
mean,
her
it is
face,
good
baby.
on everything.
Totally blocking
It is
her
good. It is
face.
good on everything. Bagel seasoning. It is good on everything. Bagel seasoning.
Is it? I don't know if it'd be good on this.
No.
Well, she might like it. That's how much she loves it. She probably want it on here.
Maybe I will. You ever think about that?
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, almost
You want
lost
to
it.
taste some? Just a little bit. No? You want nothing to do with it? Probably better off. Okay.
Not yet.
So now what happens?
So
with
now
it?
this goes in for about an hour,
In
50
where?
to the oven.
At what temperature?
350, is that on? I think that should be
Yeah,
on
it's
and
at
ready to
350.
go.
So it goes in the oven at 350 for an hour, and it cooks.
Yep, and it bakes, and you leave it in there for about 50 to 60 minutes or until it turns golden brown.
Ooh.
So we'll move that off.
That looks so much like cake batter that
Yeah.
you can just put in the oven.
So
Take
this
out.
goes into the oven for 1 hour at 350, and it comes out looking like
This. Ta-da.
That's an already made batch that Daddy made.
comes out looking like that.
It looks like toast.
Yes.
Susan says, "Is it like a cake when it comes out?"
It's sort of
kind
like
of.
it's
It looks kind of like cake.
it's in between kind of a cake and if you've ever had mochi before.
I don't know that many people.
So it's kind of chewy and it's kind of it's a little chewy, it's a little crunchy, it's got a little crust on it. Very buttery. There's
Do not give me a crust piece.
a coconut,
Unless it's soft.
and I'll just need a knife.
It looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
Does it?
Yeah.
smells good.
Okay, let's
All
cut
right.
this up and taste it.
We'll cut it up and put it on the plate where they can see it,
Yeah.
so they can see what it looks like. There we go. Pop this one.
Crunchy edge.
Yep.
Oh,
You want to set a timer on this
Yeah.
guy?
plop it in there.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Okay.
Janet says, "I love coconut. It sounds wonderful."
Oh, it's delicious. I don't know how good it is for you, but it tastes good.
Get one of those. Where's the spatula? Do we have a spatula?
Yeah, let me go grab it.
Oh, it's a little bit sticky. Huh.
Yeah. I noticed that. So, what?
What?
Do you need to do anything after half an hour?
What do you mean?
Of it cooking.
So
It
once you
cooks
get
for an hour, right?
yeah, and then you've got to let it cool, and then you cut it. You can't cut it right after it comes out of the.
So
oven.
how long has this been cooling?
Probably what time is it now? 4. It came out at about 3, I think.
Okay, so this is what it looks like. We've got some edge there.
Yeah.
You can see.
You definitely want to cut it into smaller
420.
pieces when you eat it because it's really kind of rich.
And that's what the texture looks like there.
Ooh. It looks so cool. Slice it in half and let's have a taste.
You gonna have a taste?
Yeah. Who wants to taste first?
So about 1 inch by 1 inch pieces. You think it's very?
I would even say smaller.
It's
but-
very buttery.
Okay, who wants to give a taste first?
I'll have
Paper
half.
towels.
You can have half.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
Linda says it looks almost like custard. It does have a custard-like consistency, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit more solid than custard.
Yeah, it's definitely more solid than custard, and it's chewy. Here, why don't you just take one bite and you can see. How would you describe it? What flavors?
It's like it's very soft.
Well, what flavors are you tasting?
I'm tasting the kind of like buttery kind of part of it. It's basically all the liquidy parts, like the buttery kind of part of it and the milk.
Mm.
The butter and the milk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm tasting the coconut for sure. Mm. So if you like coconut, you like butter, this might be something for you to try out. Even though there's like 2 cups of sugar in it,
Oh.
oops. It's not like an in-your-face, real sugary dish. And I
Yeah.
think the rice flour kind of helps dilute that. But it's definitely buttery, and I think the coconut adds to that creaminess to it.
Elizabeth, the recipe is already on this post. It is right in the description of the video, so you can find it there.
But again, if you want it to be a little bit less heavy, then just do a cup of butter, not 3/4.
Mary's asking if it's a bread or a dessert.
This is a dessert. There's no yeast in it.
Jenny says, no, it's not like a custard. It looks more sticky and gelatinous.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's gelatinous.
May I have a drink, please?
The drink.
Over there. He's getting my drink so I can take it real quick.
Is it very sweet, Anna?
Mm-hmm.
Beverly wants to know if you could make these as cupcakes and put fresh fruit on top, like a custard tart, Margaret says. I don't think it's quite like that. What are the other flavors that you would make this as?
I've seen people add like jam to it instead of the coconut, or you could do coconut with like strawberry jam. These are just different spins on it, but it's not. It's mostly going to be this flavor. But I've seen peanut butter. People mix in peanut butter.
Ooh, I don't know all that.
Yeah, I mean, really up to you. But I would try this one first, and then you can branch out.
If you were to have a jam or jelly in your mochi,
Mm-hmm.
would you have grape jelly or jam?
Sure, why not?
But if you couldn't have grape, what would you have?
I don't know. I know with the traditional mochis, there's like they use different bean, like sweet bean paste. Anyway, do you want to try some?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you real quick. It's not really sweet. It's more of like you can.
It
taste
is
the
sweet.
Coke.
It
Yeah,
is very sweet.
not like it's so sweet I can't eat it. It's not like that
No,
sweet.
it's not like donut sweet. Huh. Interesting. You know, to me, it has the consistency and the texture of a really thick, like cream of wheat.
Huh.
Like a very thick oatmeal or a very thick cream of wheat. That's the texture of it. And it is very buttery. I can't really taste the coconut at all. I just mostly taste butter
Yeah.
and like the oatmeal-y, the thick oatmeal texture. It's good.
I mean, if you guys have had mochi ice cream, it's like similar to that texture.
Oh, I don't think it's anything like that. Not anything like, because the mochi ice cream, the stuff on the outside is really like stretchy and hard to chew into.
Well,
And
it's 'cause
this
it's
like
frozen,
this
though.
breaks apart, maybe. Yeah, I've
It
never
is
had
this.
not
It is
frozen.
made out of the same stuff though.
Mhm.
That's the sweet rice flour.
Yeah, but that could be because if you have ice cream in it, it has to be frozen, right?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a flan, Marla says.
It looks kind of
Tracy wants to know if
squishy.
it's like a flan.
It's heavier, I would say, because it's more gelatinous. It's like chewy.
I've never had flan, so I can't.
Flan's
compare.
like a custard.
Yeah, Donna says, when I think of the word mochi, I think of the frozen ice cream wrapped in a rice flour dough. This is certainly not that sort of mochi. That's exactly what I was talking about, Donna. This is nothing like that. This is more sticky. It's more chunky. It's more like a really thick oatmeal. Like I like my oatmeal super thick. It's like that, but very buttery.
That's very interesting.
Pamela says it looks like an ooey gooey butter cake. Well, I hope some of you guys give it a try. Definitely only make it if you're planning on having company, because there's a lot of it. We now have 2 of them. There's no way we're going to eat them. So maybe we'll go leave them on the neighbors' porches or
We're
something.
gonna leave it for the people.
Or we could take it to Bailey
Oh yeah.
and give it
Or
to
Quantum
the
House.
therapists. And
Oh yeah. Do that, yeah.
people could nosh off of it all day.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to go because Aaron is going to be cooking again in just a couple of hours, this time by himself.
I gotta start brining stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep. He's going to be making, what are you making tonight?
Katsudon.
And what is it?
And he's going to be making it over on the Princess Anna's A-Team page, over on on mine and Aaron's spin-off page. So Anna's not going to be helping with that one. It'll just be Aaron. But if you're interested, he will be over there doing that probably in about exactly 2 hours from now.
Whoa.
So we will see you guys later tonight.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you guys. You did a good job.
Thank you.
Mwah, 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 mwah.